Hey guys, I'm out on the range on this gloomy afternoon, and in typical Brad fashion, I have waited until the last minute to get something done. So I am sighting on rifles. So this week is the opener for one of these bad boys here in eastern South Dakota, and I'm really hoping to bag me one that looks like that, but I guess we shall see. Not keeping my hopes up too high. Got to get these rifles sighted in, so I'm going to do this real quick here before the rain comes in, because it's actually pretty warm and not very windy. We've got an inch of rain coming this afternoon, then 2 days of 25 mile per hour plus winds, and not sub-zero temperatures just yet, but sub-freezing temperatures for highs for the foreseeable future. So I better get it done today. It'll be the nicest day. So this right here is my rimfire sight and target. So you got all those little holes and you can aim for those. It works great with a rimfire, but the problem is that your bullet splash is far too large for a centerfire for that to work properly. You can't see where those little holes are. So this yellow target down here is my new Atlas Target Works sight-in rifle, centerfire sight-in target. Not rifle, centerfire sight-in target. So the notches give you a place to line up your reticles to aim. And then you can, basically you've got 3 aiming points, and you can use that to sight in quickly. So the caveat with this is that it really, I mean, technically you could do it by walking it in if you didn't have a reticle like this, but having a reticle with the delineations for tenths of a mil or MOA or whatever you run really makes it a breeze to know exactly where you're at and dial it in. The other thing is that you need to be working at a range where your rifle is fine to shoot steel at that distance. So I got my 7 PRC here. That's 100 yards. We're good to go. But if you wanted to sight in like a 22-250 with that, that wouldn't be good to go, because you need to be at 200 for those because of the velocity of them. So those 2 caveats in mind, it works really well. So we'll go here. I know I'm close with this thing, but we'll put a few rounds on target and we'll see where I'm at. So you can see I just lined up the reticle on those notches. I went with the center one since it's not completely zeroed. Okay, there we go. Only gonna put 2 on there, but it's a pretty tight grouping. I'm sure we'll be fine. So let's take a look at this. So I'm gonna run my reticle over to there. I know that I'm at the same height because I'm using those notches. So I'm up, I'm high, let's call it 9. So I'll come down 9/10 of a mil, just because I'd rather be a touch high than a touch low. And then I'm gonna go right here, do the same thing for the windage, about the same dang thing. I'm 9/10 left, so I'm gonna, there we go. Got her adjusted. Let's see how it works. I'll go back on target. Aim for the middle again. Put another round there. There you go. Obviously not a 3 or 5 shot group, but you could see that's how simple it was to get it zeroed, get it where you need it to be. You could do another one. You could shoot over at the right aiming point now if you wanted, or just go up and paint the target and you got a fresh slate again. So I think it works really well. It's really quick, and it's not going to replace paper targets entirely, because there's sometimes where there's still shine, but we're one step closer, and that's the goal here at Atlas Target Works, is to eradicate the need for paper targets from the face of the earth. So not quite there yet, but we're getting closer every day. So if you like this, you can check it out and a lot of other really cool stuff at atlastargetworks.com.